was watching this, which is nobody quite at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. Um, and if nobody joins today, that's okay. I know it is Monday morning for a lot of you, and it's also spring forward, which is why I made it earlier just a bit so that since you guys are already up, maybe it would kind of work out. Anyway, um, if you haven't noticed, my throat, my voice is a bit off. I think it was the same last week too. So my throat condition hasn't improved that much. Uh, my old like bronchitis scars mess with me. So I won't keep this too long, but I did want to share with you guys um, how things went down last night, yesterday at Shibuya Cyclone with the band called Undying Words, which is really cool. So I don't know if you guys even know who Undying Words is. Um, I believe I introduced them prior, but I did pick up their just released EP called Raven in the Abyss. So let's see if it'll work out. Okay, so this is Kasumi, the lead singer. This is Aya, the bassist, and I believe she's sort of, I'm not totally sure because I didn't get to do an interview with them. They were busy. So this is Aya, the bassist, who also sings, produces, writes songs. She's really multi-talented. But I get the feeling that she's the progenitor, the creator, the founder, the starter, whatever you want to call it. This is Ada, guitarist. And I had read this before, but I'd forgotten that she was the original guitarist for Gatarik Spin back in 2009. So her, and then the original singer who had passed away in 2015, Army, the two of them formed a band called Takaita. And they were together later on after they left Gatarik until the singer passed away. So that's her, Eita. And this is Kano, who is really okay. So it's interesting because yesterday I was not privy because it wasn't just me. I mean, it was everyone there. But I had a chance to see two of my favorite support drummers play on the stage. So Kano, who I know primarily, hey, what's going on? Long time no see. Hello, hello. What's going on? So Kano, who plays mostly for Dim Rays, but she also plays for a band called Disconnect Cendrillon. I believe there's another band, but she is just such a blast to watch. Alan from Dichotic mentioned that as well, and it's hard not to just fall in love with her playing. She's got such a dynamic sense of playing and rhythm, and just she's good. And then the other support drummer who I love is this guy Kanchan, who is just such a sweet, funny guy. Few years younger than me, but he's just awesome. Like really muscular, really fast. Like I was thinking, who could I compare him to? And I was like, Wolverine, kind of short, stocky, super fast, super strong. Incredible player. So yeah, I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. Anyhow, so this is the EP that I picked up. I haven't listened to it yet. There are 3 songs that I know, and I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. I realize that I can't monetize these videos, but then with the live streams, it's not viewed that much, where I'm gonna lose like huge amounts of money. So I'm just gonna share a little bit though, so you guys can check it out. Hold on. Hopefully the sound isn't too tinny, but great vocals from Kasumi. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if this is Enka style. It's definitely not Western, right? Hey, what's going on, man? It's much more Japanese, traditional. Yeah, so the band Undying Words, their EP Raven in the Abyss. This song is, well, in kanji, I think it's soko. Shoot. So it's like blue, black, blooming and blue and black, or black and blue and black. Yeah, but great song. They had two more singles out, and I can't pronounce it either. Shuda Sabasara, something like that. And then Undying, which is awesome. Okay, but yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Check them out if you haven't. So, first thing I want to say is that it's kind of cool how this worked out. No problem at all. So it's kind of cool how this worked out is that I first met her last year at a show with Hades, Doll Parts, and it was her solo band. And in her solo band, she doesn't play bass. She just sings. And I asked her because I was doing photos for Hades, and then I had interviewed Doll Parts as well. So then I asked Doll Parts if they wanted their photos taken. And generally, when I do at least two bands for a show, I'll kind of ask around, would you like your photos taken as well? Oh, yes, that's right. That was such a funny thing. Oh my gosh, Kotaro. He says we're gonna have a rematch. But yeah, so Io was there, and then I asked her if she wanted her photos taken. She said sure. She gave me one of her CDs. That was really cool. And so that happened. And then I saw her again. I don't remember which show exactly. It was during the daytime. It might have been a show. Who was it? Maybe with Nekomeshi? Possibly. Or Shoujo S. One of those. But I saw her again. I was like, oh, hi, do you remember me? I was like, do you want your photos taken as well today? Wasn't planned. She's like, oh, it's just me and like backing tracks. And I was like, no, that's okay. So I took photos from her then. And then she did her whole Queen team with Gina from Mellows, The Frail, and then Arisa Sato from Emanon, and then Yui from My Little Devil. So I did photos for her there, and then all of a sudden, you know, this band comes out, and I'm like, we had already, what is it? What do you call it when you friend? I don't know. Are you friends online? Is that what you call it? Being friends online? Not online, but like on the Messenger app. So reached out to her and I said, oh, hey, I want to go to your show. It's going to be an awesome show. Like, can I take photos for you? So she agreed. She said, yes, thank you so much. And that's how it happened. So that's how it had happened. And that's basically how I went out to yesterday's show. Got in there a little bit early. And it's funny because, you know, it's Saiseiga who knows me because I interviewed them as well. Been to a few of their shows. The Frail, whom I've taken quite a few photos for them as The Frail and also as Bad Bubble. And then for Gina, not photos for Gina, but just been to her shows with Mellows. I think Gina's probably the second most seen person besides the members of Hades from last year. Because I saw her like in various bands. And then the only band I hadn't seen until yesterday was Phantom Excalibur. I kept on saying Excavalier. What's going on? Excavalier, because I was thinking of like Cavalier, but Excalibur. So I did pick up my CD. They seemed busy, so I didn't do the whole, can I get this signed? And I didn't want to stick around too long. As you can hear, maybe see, I'm not doing too well. But I did get a t-shirt as well. And for people who wanted theirs, I got yours as well. But yeah, it was funny because I got there early. I was in there, during rehearsal, and then Saisega kind of saw me, and they seemed a little bit surprised, like, "Oh, Peter." I think, mm, I think the best way to put it is when I spoke to Takeshi, who is the guitarist for Maximum the Yurimon. He said, "Oh, your shoulders are broad," in Japanese. Basically, like, you know, you do a lot. I'm not quite sure how to. Yeah, you're Miku basically. No, not quite that way. Um, you get around. That sounds wrong too, but kind of. Like I guess I've been to so many shows. I've met quite a few people, and bands, and I've done photos for like I'm getting close to 50 bands so far, which is pretty cool. But people know me through various things, and I've been to so many shows. And again, thank you so much to all those bands who helped me. Like that's really great. But yeah, so then with Saisega, we're like, oh, okay, kind of like, oh, you're here too. But it was great to see them. Okay, let's get into this. I can't be around for this too long, too late, because I am sick. I do need to rest. I do have work, and my whole body's falling apart. I feel like the Tin Man. So first up, the Frail. I've mentioned that before. They were formerly known as Bad Bubble. Um, they're just a great band and they have great songs, like really great, straight, like hard rock, modern rock. Um, and they've got just a really cool performance. Yeah, they're just really good. So I really would recommend that if you ever get a chance to see them when you come to visit Tokyo or if you are here, like check them out. I honestly don't think you'll be disappointed. And if you are, then I'm sorry. Tell me why if you are, but I think they're great. Next up was Saisega, and I love seeing Saisega. I think in particular, I love seeing Regan. She's definitely like one of those crushes I had. Um, it's not quite the same as it used to be, but that's how it is, right? I mean, I had the hugest crush on like Misa from Band-Maid for years. And it's gone now. Like it's legitimately gone. But she always holds a place in my heart. But yesterday, Saisega, I think every band played roughly about 6 songs. But last night, for the first time I've ever seen, Regan's hair was just straight down. And I was just staring. I was like, man, you look gorgeous. Like, just so beautiful. um, but Saisega has such a cool sound. I think they describe themselves as melodic groove metal, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what their website says, melodic groove metal. And yeah, they are so groovy and they're incredibly melodic, like incredible melodies. And with Regan's vocals, her death voice as well as her singing, like, I think I mentioned previously, I feel like Akane from Dim Rays isn't that far removed from Regan, but they're both incredibly strong vocalists, but just their death voice as well. Like they're so good at that. They're so good at that. And I would throw definitely, of course, Nana in there as well from Gangire Figure. So great songs, great performance. It's always a pleasure to see them. Then came up was the band Phantom Excalibur, and the lead singer, half his hair is he's blonde, half his hair is down, and then half his hair is like spiked up. Um, he's a large dude, quite robust, and he wears a shirt that shows off how robust and round he is, rotund, you could say. Um, but as I was watching him perform, like the words and like the sort of the symmetries, the similarities, this very big bombastic sound. Do they sell merch CDs at their shows? Yes, they do. Uh, CDs, checkies, get your photos with them. Yeah. Um, Oh, it does take your breath a bit. Does kind of take your breath away. So she's just beautiful to me. Um, so Phantom Excalibur, I was thinking like this big bombastic. There's a slight outright quality, kind of almost like Queen. The guy, 'cause he's really funny too. So there was sort of a tenacious CGI quality as well. And then there was also who was the other? This other band called Held Up, who I had seen previously. Held Up also sort of takes from Kiss, like makeup wise, look wise. But yeah, this band, they're pretty cool. Hero from J-Rock George was there. He knew that this was the show to come to last night. So there are quite a few people with him. One of the guys is actually a subscriber, viewer of Eminence. So Fabian, hi man, thanks for reaching out and saying hi to me. And it was really cool to meet you. Thank you so much. That was really cool. There's another girl from Pennsylvania, a guy from was it Netherlands? Netherlands or Switzerland, Europe. I think a little more north. But yeah, they love the show. But it was the girl from the US. It was her favorite band of the night, I think. Phantom Excalibur. Really fun. Oh, also, it reminded me a little bit of Andrew W.K. Do you remember that guy? Again, it's like a party metal band. Big, fun, just great vocals. The guitarist had great vocals. Like he was backup. He was doing some crazy stuff as well. But it's just really, really fun and wild. Like the darkness as well, that kind of thing. So if you guys are into any of those bands, any like that style, I would check them out. Phantom Excalibur. And then finally, up last, hey, what's going on, Bill? Thank you so much. Um, oh, really? Shoot, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know why that is. I haven't changed anything. My headphones. If I talk closer, can you hear me better? Is that better? Is that all right? I don't want that to happen. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. It's been a while. I haven't seen you on a live stream in a bit. But yeah, where was I going? Okay, so the last band, Undying Words. I was really excited. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, I'll try to enunciate and be more clear. But Undying Words, I was really excited to see them for first live performance. And it's just kind of cool to be a part of that. It's really cool to be a part of something fresh and new. I'm so sorry the vocals, the audio is bad. I don't know why that is. Let me see. I do have the heater on. Let me see if that makes a difference. Does that make any difference at all, guys? Is that better? Okay. How about if I do this too? Is that any better, guys? With the lights off? Do I need to start turning things off? Is it better with it on, or is it okay right now? Is it okay with the lights on? Lights on or lights off? I'm okay in the dark. We can have a sexy time together, guys. Just let me know. I'm ready. And it is kind of hot. Okay, cool. But I will turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Bill, for mentioning that. I appreciate that. Yeah, if any time during a live stream something's off, let me know right away, and I'll try to figure it out. But to be part of something new, I mean, that's kind of the reason why I even started reaching out to like smaller bands, other bands, more obscure bands that people normally hadn't heard of. Just because it's more exciting. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like straight up, I would rather go to these smaller shows at live venues of like 200 capacity than going to stadium or arena shows of well-established bands, you know? And there's something about being with these smaller bands that excites me so much, and just getting a chance to interact with them and to promote them as well. So, like, I mean, hey, what's going on, Chris? Like, like bands like, Love Bites, Hanabiye, Nemophila, like everybody knows who they are. Most people love them, and that's great. But for me, I don't know. There's something about getting hands on, and don't take that in a harassment sort of way, but getting hands on with these bands and these people and connecting with them. I don't know. It's exciting for me. I like that a lot. Um, so yeah, but yeah. Anyhow, so it was really cool that asking if I wanted to take photos for Aya last year kind of led to this with the new band Undying Words, and with a band that I legit really, really like. You know, admittedly, sometimes, oh, okay, good. Hey, have fun. Learn your Japanese, man. That's really important. Um, oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, yeah. Yes, come to Japan, come see Band-Maid, come see other bands. If you want to see bands that I can recommend, sure, absolutely. But yeah, like, asking I if she wanted her photos taken, and that all led to me finding this new band, Undying Words. Again, a band I legitimately really I've loved their music that's come out. I haven't had a chance, but I can't wait to listen to their entire EP. Um, also, unfortunately, later, Steen. Also, unfortunately, I was doing photos for them, so when I'm doing photos, I don't have 100% concentration on the music. Uh, I try and I'll stop, but it's tough. So yeah, but the performance was great. I was a little concerned. I wasn't sure how they would sound live, and I know with Kasumi, she seemed pretty like on nerves, like when I first got there, and there were some photos that they wanted me to take at the very beginning, and they're like, "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up!" And she was in the dressing room. I don't know what she was doing. So she does seem a lot more shy and reserved. Um, so I'm really curious about the dynamics. Like you have Aya and Eita. Again, Aya the bassist, and she was great. First time hearing her play bass live. That was like she's awesome. But and Eita, the guitarist, who's also an incredible guitarist, as I mentioned, the original guitarist, founder for Gatotic Spin. Um, and then Kano, who's just such a fantastic drummer. Hey, what's going on, Russ? Russ, Chris, Ubi, if you're out there, I got your stuff. Don't worry. But Kasumi, yeah, like she was sort of an unknown factor. But hearing them play together and watching them, you kind of have to just watch and see how it works, how it feels, how the crowd is sort of vibing the band and the music, and it was great. Like, um, yeah, like you definitely have sort of the elder statesman or stateswomen, and the youngest sort of baby sister with Kano. But I'm really curious where they're gonna go with this, because you have people who already have like their own solo bands and projects with Aya, with Ada, Kano being a support drummer for various bands. Kasumi's, again, I still don't know that much about her, but it seems like she also has something else going on as well. But it's kind of like, if you are basically a pie chart 100%, if a slice of you is given to this, a slice of you is given to that, then it's tough. I think for a band to really thrive as well as it possibly could. And I know in Japan, it's actually a very standard thing. It's very typical for somebody to be in like various bands. Again, like Gina, from Mellows. She's with Mellows, she's with ASMR, she's with The Frail, she also has her own solo project. So that's four things she has going. She's super, super busy. Um, but, it's like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. And I kind of wonder if it's more detrimental than beneficial in the long run. If you want to find more success, a larger audience. Because I definitely do believe that you got to push all in into one thing to really make it succeed. But we'll see. But I definitely wish them the best. I was really happy to be there. It was a cool event because a lot of people were there. Um, I'm not sure where the flyer went. It's funny. I come home and then this double stick tape doesn't work as well on these audio panels, so it kind of falls off when I come home. But Chihiro and then I forget their names, the guitarist and drummer for Fathom the Skywalker were there. At the very end of the show, they're passing out flyers for their new album that's actually dropping in a couple days, March 12th, which is also my Hades' birthday. So yeah, Fathom the Skywalker. You guys should check them out. Another really cool metal band. I think they just recently dropped a new music video. But yeah. So they were there, and then Satoki from Shoujo S was there. This is Satoki. I saw them last weekend. This is when it was Rana's birthday at Shimokitazawa Mosaic. Yeah, and I think she wants me there for her birthday to do photos as well. I try not to agree on things unless it's like 100%. I absolutely need to be at this show. Like I try to keep my options open just because, and when you live here, and for those of you who even visit, you're like, oh, but there's this show and there's this show and there's this show on the same day. That's exactly how it is. They were there. Arisa was there. Arisa Sato from Emanon. Who am I missing? Takeshi, the guitarist for Maximum the Yurimon. I feel like I'm missing people. I had mentioned it somewhere and I'm forgetting. But yeah, Hero from J Tours with a few people were there as well. Shu. He is a guitarist for TSP. He's also the editor for the magazine called We Rock. I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it. So yeah, again, a handful of people, especially because it was pretty established people in the industry with this new band. So they're pretty eager to check it out. What was her name? I always forget her name. Hyori, no, something Chon. Hyori Chon, no. She's really young. And she's close with Saiseiga, but I can't quite seem to get her name right now. So yeah. Anyhow, really cool show. Was really glad to be there. I wasn't sure until like the last minute if I would be able to make it out, just because at the end of last week, my body was really just like falling apart. I don't want to go into details because it's sad. It's painful to recount. But yeah, so another great show. Another new band that you guys can check out, Phantom Excalibur. Also, again, Fathom Skywalker. They're more of the power metal type. Yeah, see what you think. Who else? What else is new? Yeah, I think that's it. Saturday I was pretty much bedridden, and next week, yeah, let's do that. So that's the show. That's the review, the recap. Um, okay, one quick little story. So the show is finished. Aya had asked me previously, do you mind doing the group shot, like, at the back of the stage, like facing towards the crowd, that they always have. Not always, but that they have. So I was like, sure. but I've never taken that shot. And I wasn't sure what lens was good for it. I was kind of worried about that. It seems like a small thing. It's just like a group shot. But when you go that deep, your aperture, focal length, your ISO, this kind of stuff starts coming into play, the lighting, like the in-house lights. So I went there, I was getting ready. I was like, okay, hold on. I was like, one, two, three. I was like, okay, one more. One, two, three. And then I was like, wait a second. And this is how popular I am. I think this was from one of the fans who knows me pretty well. I hope so. But I heard a voice saying like, "Come on, Peter, hurry up." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, hold on." But that was cool. That was cool. I appreciated that. Um, there's quite a few fans that I know from seeing them at other shows, and it's cool. Like I think I'm definitely at a point with these shows and with the bands and with these fans where I'm not quite as in a rush as I felt last year when I moved here, just kind of giddy and caught up and like hopped up like on all the sugar. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was the one taking the photo. Um, s- yeah, so I've slowed down, for my body's sake, just for my work's sake. Um, still don't have a really clear, total like end goal path, but I'm taking my time, and I want things to be meaningful, and I think I'm grateful. Like I can really say, like, so yesterday, I was walking around. Oh, also, there's a band called Kiss the Quartet. One of the earlier bands I saw in Osaka, and I think they might be based there, but the vocalist Michael was there, and then their support drummer, because their original drummer ended up leaving recently. Yeah, so Michael, not Michael, Michael from Kiss the Quartet. She was there as well. Oh no, I was kind of flattered. Uh, I was walking around with my skull shirt, my Misa skull shirt, and then she's like, "Oh, you're pretty muscular." And I was like, "Thank you." Me? Nah. And I'm not. I'm like fat now. Um, but yeah, like yesterday was one of those days where it's like I remember SJ saying, "You're gonna end up being one of those guys where you kind of just walk in and everyone's just like, hey Peter, what's up? Hey, what's going on?" And yesterday felt that way because I pretty much knew the majority of the people. Like I knew a lot of the fans, I knew a lot of the guests who were in other bands, and then like the bands themselves. So I was like, oh, that's strange. It's kind of cool, and it made me realize I don't have to like prove myself. I don't feel that way as much. Of course, I want to do my best quality work, but it didn't. It's like you don't have to prove like you're the son when you go home to see your mom and dad, right? Um, you go in and you say, "Hey, mom, hey, dad," and it's there. That's kind of been established, and I'm slowly starting to feel that, which I'm grateful for. Um, but with that said, I do have to think about again how I can. I've mentioned earlier with Hato. Um, if you guys remember Hato, which I haven't talked too much about recently, because I guess I'm still not quite sure where this is going, but it's just to get people the name recognition, the awareness out there, right? Helping artists touch overseas. So yeah, just doing stuff like that. Um, I don't know. Like there's a part of me that's very, very eager, hungry, greedy to be bigger so that these bands can get bigger. Like that's what I want. Um, and trying to be realistic too. So there's this whole lot of dynamics going on. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that was a story. Um, next week, depending upon my health, I haven't really settled on anything. But this one a little bit tough. Russ, I know that you've been wanting me to see Veri Valhalla. Yeti Valhalla, not Veri. Yeti Valhalla. because I know you're friends with them. They are performing next Saturday along with Mellows and Hatalika um, in Shibuya. But then at Thundersnake, it is the Stereo Gang, Whiskey Dust, Venus, and Jacoronove. Um, and that's for sure another great, just like good old rock and roll show. Um, I'm debating. What would you guys do? What would you guys do? The 16th, I'm sure there's something, but I haven't checked. Um, yeah, but I'm not sure. So don't reach out to him. I don't want to. Yeah, that is something that I was thinking about with the shirts. It will come in time. Yeah, Stereo Gang, because their sound is so like old school, um like rock, uh a throwback to like the 80s. Like Thundersnake is a perfect place. Um I think Stereo Gang plays there, and then they also play at Nishikawaguchi Hearts. That's another place. Yeah, Stereo Gang is awesome, man. I mean, in the last time I saw them, they blew me away, and I'm sure they'll like doubly so blow me away. Because they're only gonna get better and better. They're still young, but just within the past year, like they've really, by leaps and bounds, become pretty amazing. So yeah. Um, and then finally on the 20th, that's sort of the next biggest thing. The 20th is Sally. Finally with Sally. Um, yeah, that is the argument, Russ. And then there's an argument that with these established relationships, to establish them even more, you know, it's like, how deep do you go or how broad do you go? Um, yeah, yeah. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Um, it'd be easier if I really had a narrow preference for genre, and I just liked this, but I do kind of like having my hand in various pies. In, on, under. Anyhow, so yeah, the 20th is gonna be probably one of my another very very exciting show, because this 20th, Sally Session, it's her album release. Burn It. Um, Hades will be there. Mellows will be there. Little Lilith will be there. I'm for sure gonna do photos for Sally, and then for Hades. Um, I can ask about Mellows. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but I'm sure I can ask, and then maybe I can ask about Little Lilith too. We'll see. So that's the next big one. There are other shows. The 21st, Dim Rays is there, but it's a Friday, so probably not, but maybe with time. And the Shimokitazawa. Uh, Saturday, Sunday, Nadeshiko Dolls, Liner the 23rd. And then the ticket I have is for Dizzy Metal, Little Lilith, and Mellows at Nishikawaguchi Hearts. And that is most of my March. And then April is a whole new month, but again, nothing quite set yet. Not quite sure, because again, it's getting tough. It's getting tough. Like, the problem with having built relationships and um, interacting with all these different bands, it's kind of like, oh, so I could do this or this or this or this too or this. So yeah, um, I think for the most part that is it. I guess the only thing that maybe we could, oh, I did, I did secure tickets, um, for Toyosu Pit for Band-Maid. That is what, July 12th, is it? It's a Saturday. I think it's July 12th. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, I did get two tickets, and I am one person, and I do have one just in case. Um, I'll throw it out to people I'm close to first, on my Facebook, And then if anybody's interested, you can reach out to me, kind of get in contact, and then we'll go from there. But I wanted to help share the joy. But 5:10, yes, I will be there. I will be there. Day of May. Thanks to Richard, whom I will see again that day or prior. I guess just that day, it seems. So that'll be fun. But I'm also going to the acoustic, which is next month. And I don't have, okay, yeah. I didn't need to make sure I write that down. God, I swear, like I've almost missed certain shows just because like there's so much going on. Yes, Band-Maid, the acoustic, especially with their new outfits. I'm really curious. The thing is, it's an acoustic. The last acoustic Christmas, they sort of had the more casual outfits. Yeah, I'm not gonna see you then, huh? So they had the more casual outfits. And then with, even though they have this new attire, I think, I think they're gonna wear something special or different for the acoustic, for this time around. Ah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, make sure you come find me. I definitely want to say hi to you. Um, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, see, that's what I think, because you're making us wear tuxes, ties, jackets. Um, so yeah, soju. I'm not the biggest fan of soju though, but I'll definitely go for a beer anytime. Um, so I'm curious about that. You know, like their new outfits. My favorite, I like the gloves on Akane. She looks really cool. Um, the only other person who really does that here is, yeah, I mean, it's, you gotta love the spikes. Her new nickname is Spiky, right? Um, but Ami from Sirius, like she has gloves on and she looks cool doing that. Um, so yeah, I do like the gloves, but she doesn't have it on for the video, the preview for Ready to Rock, the new song for the anime. So I'm curious. Yeah. Psyches. It's a very dark look. It's definitely bordering towards that gothic way, like, because the previous one, it had more of that gray textured look, a little bit more sophisticated. This is like, who am I thinking of? Morticia, Adam's Family-ish type of thing. And then, with the spikes, like, it definitely evokes different imagery. So yeah. No, like I've seen that, but I was kind of thinking Konami's more like the clownfish, and then Psyche's like the, what is it, the sea anemone? Whereas like it stings its enemies, but then, yeah. Yeah, I really, I think, hmm, I wonder if Psyche is in for a rude awakening in terms of what fans know. For the most part, Band-Maid fans, the general Band-Maid fan community, they're pretty thoughtful and kind and careful to curate. But there's always those people, if you ever go like to the forums or, to like Band-Maid Fans Cafe, a lot less than before, but some of the things that they would say. But yeah, Psyche, people definitely would not mind um, groveling. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, anyway. I was about to relay something, but maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe I won't. So yeah, actually, let's see here. Uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, so I actually prepped like some photos like throughout the ages for Band-Maid, with their costumes. But yeah, I'll tell you my favorite one because I actually just really like the stripped down look. Very simple, very clean. Is actually both, right? I think this is my favorite iterations. Like I really like the clean look. Um, like I love how just simple and plain, like with Miku, just the white and the black, and then even Psyche's outfit. Like I actually like Psyche's outfit a lot with this one. And then Misa rhinestone-ish. It's not bad. The hat, right? But again, it's a very clean look. And then, but hands down, my favorite Misa outfit will always be the Conqueror. Like that outfit, just I don't know. There was something very spacey and cool about it. Like that look was just my favorite. And I miss that hair. I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate it when I first came to Asia. You know, the fringe, the bangs, and the straight hair. And then it's now really one of my favorite things. When a girl like looks like this, when a girl looks like Misa like this, it's kind of hard to beat. So yeah. Okay. Anywho, we'll just leave that picture there. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Cool to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. The live streams. See, did I miss anything? Yeah, 2019. Yeah, man. I mean, I know people don't mind. Like, I think curly is her natural look. Um, but yeah, it's sort of the Gogo Yubari, the Kill Bill, that's straight, just it does something. It works wonders for me. And yeah, let's see. I would let's step it. Yeah, that's also a talk with Misa's jacket, that trench coat. I just can't imagine because if you guys have seen, um, I posted it in Band-Maid Fans Cafe and then also on our community page. But Misa is so shy, like she had that one interview with what is it, Devil? What was that one Devil show? Gosh darn it, not satanic. It's something can't remember. But she was like she feels naked without her bass in front of her, and for her to be wearing like spaghetti straps like in front of people, even though the bass is in front of her, I don't know. I'm just not sure if she'll do that. If she does great, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. But I can't see that personally. Kanai, yes, Kanai. No, Kanai Devil. I think it's Kanai Devil, right? So yeah. Mm, okay. Well, this is the cover photo that I made for Bame Fans Cafe. Yeah, Psyche is the one that kind of stands out from the group though. Like it's just like all of a sudden, like yeah, the dominatrix really hits hard with this one, especially like the sort of the sheer black gloves with like the spider veins type of thing. It was an interesting choice, but it definitely goes dark. It definitely leans on sort of like she has powers, like she has these dark mystical powers. That's what it kind of gives off, that sort of energy as well. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm excited. It's always fun. I know some people are just like, dude, why are you talking about their clothes? Like, I'm here for the music. It's fun. That's all it is. It's fun. Uh, bumping into people. That'd be pretty cool. Um, Gosh, what was it? Oh yeah, so April's gonna be pretty fun because Bright Year as well. Yeah, Bright Year has a show coming up. April 27th. Russ, you're going. Chris, I know you're going, and like a few others too. So that's gonna be a great show. And yeah, just looking around at things here to remind me of like what's happening and what needs to be done. I think that's all for now, guys. How is? Yes, she glapes. Um, that is something I forgot to mention. So She Glapes also released their latest album, Mother, and it's kind of funny because the lead singer, Kanye Keiko, really has a mother vibe, very strong, very like in control, very assertive. It borders that assertive, aggressive quality, but she's really cool. Um, but yeah, they released their album. They did a signing on the 9th, which was yesterday, but I couldn't go because of that. Um, because of the show I went to for Undying Words. And then they also played a small, where did they play? I forget the name or where exactly. And I'm not sure if it was like a sort of an acoustic setting, but it was really like a little small place, which is really cool as well. I wish I had the opportunity to see them, but I'll be seeing them on the 12th of April. I'll be doing photos for them, possibly an interview too. But yeah, yeah. You guys check it out. Check out their MV, Once Upon a Dream. And yeah, I'll be there. And Sai Segal will be there too, which would be great. It'll be great. So yeah, I guess I do have stuff planned for April that I am aware of. I'm just can't think of it right now. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool, guys. Yeah, it was fun. I really wasn't sure if I'd make it out yesterday, but I'm glad I did. And it was just a cool show. Nothing over the top. Um, but just, overall, just being so familiar with so many people now and just, again, fans, bands alike. And then, like, just guests from other bands as well. And, like, oh, that's really cool. Um, and this sound, oh man, does this sound like I'm tooting my own horn too much? Mm, I do feel like I am a part of Japanese music history now. That sounds weird and terrible. I take that back. I take that back. But do I? I don't know. But I just feel like I'm part of the fabric of the scene going on here uh, in Tokyo, and that means so much to me. Um, it was really hard for me to get here in the first place, um, and I'm still having to sort of pay off a lot of things. But from the support that I got financially, word wise, emotionally, from a lot of you guys out there, um, and really finally for the first time in the longest time having like a real dream to pursue and being really passionate about. Misa's last name, I do actually know her last name, but as she is reluctant to share that, um, I, out of honor, don't want to share that either. Um, but yeah, I'm just really thankful, really grateful. And it means a lot for me to have even come this far. Like when I was sort of on my deathbed last weekend or this past weekend before I went to the show yesterday, I was just like, I guess even if it all ended, even if it all ended here, I'm thankful for what I've been able to do, and I'm thankful for the people that I've been able to meet. Um, and just little drops of things that I've participated in, and a lot of you guys too. I reached out to you guys for various things. You guys helped out too, and um, I don't know. It just means so much, and I'm so again like so incredibly grateful to be here. I feel super blessed, super fortunate, and I really, as long as I can do this, I will do this. Um, I spoke with my mom. She's like, like, are you really going to stay there? I'm like, yeah. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's like, yeah, like, I'm really happy. End of summer. Where are you? Australia? Where, you're Southern Hemisphere, somewhere. Um, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So let me just say thank you guys. It was really cool. Um, okay. Oh, Brazil. That's cool. I don't know how it gets there. Um, yeah, for sure. I definitely feel that way. It's like when I talk to like, you, Russ, or oh, thanks, Eric. I would have appreciated it any other way. Either way, yeah. Although I was like, um, when Alan came, when I talked to Ryan when he comes here, John Reeves, and um, so like on the one hand, to be honest, like I enjoy this, and personally, I personally wouldn't mind having Eminem not be the biggest, channel. Like other reactors have like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they're at their homes, in their rooms, watching music videos, which again, they have their place and they've done like they've made massive like inroads to help bring more fans and put more eyes on these bands in Japan. But for somebody who loves being hands-on, there is nothing like going to these shows, doing these photos, talking to them, doing these interviews, interacting with them, getting a chance to help them out, promote them in some way, and just take part in all of this, you know? And I think the ultimate dream at some point, which I've said before, and I unless again my body just falls apart like this, is getting on stage with some people and playing as well. Like that's something that I've missed. And I wasn't that bad at. I wasn't that bad. Um, so that's one like personal little thing. But I do enjoy this whole experience, and it's funny, like going from Band-Maid for all these years, and then doing all the stuff that happened with them, to promoting them as much as I did. And I do think, to be honest, with Band-Maid as well, I helped a lot in various ways, like during those times. It's kind of a different creature now in terms of the Band-Maid fan community, the Masters and Princesses. And I don't know if I quite fit in the way that I used to. Um, but I'm okay with that. I played my part and like life goes on, and it's not like I've left, although some people feel like I have and I've abandoned or even betrayed Band-Maid. Sometimes I get that feeling as well, which is kind of weird sometimes because that's not how it is at all. Um, but there's just so many more people to help, to encourage, to really let them know like their dreams aren't just dreams, like it can be so much more. So yeah, guys, anyhow, it's been almost an hour, so I just want to say thank you for joining me on this Monday morning, afternoon, evening. It is close to midnight and I really do need to rest. I probably shouldn't have spoken this much, but you know, I really thought I'd be in and out for like 20, 30 minutes, but that's what it is. Um, yeah, if you guys do have questions or other comments, please leave them below. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you guys would like, if you join our Patreon, MNN Tokyo Plus, I have a lot of photos and videos of other bands, smaller bands. If you're interested in that, you guys can go ahead and do that. There's also like a basic $2 membership that just kind of helps to keep our channel afloat, because there's bills to pay. Um, yeah, and then yeah, I'll get to work on those Hato t-shirts. So I hope more than one person gets to buy them. Yeah, definitely, Russ. I definitely have a lot of stuff to give you and other people. Hopefully we get to hang out some. Um, man, I thank you. Oh, whew. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. You guys really. Why would I even be doing this if you guys weren't watching this? So thank you. Thank you so much, Ricardo. I appreciate your support and encouragement always. Every one of you, like, it really means a lot. I hope you guys know that. Even though I'm not as communicative at times, um, yeah, just 'cause I get tired. I really do appreciate all of you guys a lot, and I hope you guys are doing well. I know sometimes it's rough, um, and people don't always watch out for each other as much as they should. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope music is helping to encourage you and strengthen you. And if not, I just hope you guys do hang in there, because do things always get better? That's what they say. Things have gotten better for me in some ways. So I have to believe that it is possible. I hope you guys keep on hanging in there. Hope you guys do stay encouraged. So keep spreading the love, keep spreading the music. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna pass out. And if I don't wake up, it was a pleasure living with you while I was here. Okay. All right, guys. This has been Peter from MNN. I am signing off. My doggy is sleeping and I want to join him. So I'll see you guys next time. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.